What's up everyone, John Rettinger from Techno Buffalo here, back with the third edition of the Advice for Aspiring YouTubers and Tech Reviewers series. In the first video we covered where my gadgets come from and how you can get your own. In the second video we covered how to build your channel and help find your audience. And in this third video we're going to cover probably the biggest reason that people quit YouTube, cancel their accounts, or end their careers before they even begin, and that is haters and dealing with negativity. So let me first come out and say that negativity is going to happen. You're going to get haters, you're going to get people that are going to leave negative feedback on your channel and videos. It's just a reality of the business. When you make a video, you're opening yourself up to a lot of criticism. People can see your face, they can hear your voice, they can see your background. There are a lot of things for people to comment on. And the commenters have the nice added bonus of being completely anonymous. So while you wouldn't walk up to a stranger and say, hey, you suck, necessarily, you can do that on YouTube. You can go ahead and write some awful things and no one knows who you are and there's no accountability for those comments. So oftentimes, keep a bit of perspective when you're looking at these horrible negative things, is that they're just anonymous commenters. They don't mean anything, they're not a reflection of who you are personally. Now, that being said, some of these commenters can get especially hateful. They can be threaten violence in some instances. There can be racial and homophobic slurs and things like that I have never tolerated even since my first video. So you have a few tools at your disposal. You can take advantage of the delete button. You can easily delete a comment. You can give it a thumbs down if you want to try and mark it down, or you can mark as spam, which you could on the older YouTube, or probably the best weapon you have is the block button. Simply block the user. You're going to find that as you start blocking these people that are leaving awful comments, it's going to get a bit more positive. Now, don't expect all sort of rosy comments on your videos, because oftentimes those aren't merited. I've learned a lot from some of the constructive criticism I've had on my videos. For instance, I made a video a few days ago showing Flash on the iPad, and I went to the World of Warcraft website and I misspoke, and I said that you could actually log into World of Warcraft and play through your browser. And of course, World of Warcraft is a desktop game, not a browser game, and I was jumped on that immediately, and rightfully so. It was my error, and I appreciated being called on that. I'm going to be more careful next time making my videos. So just an example of how the criticism can actually work in your favor. Don't expect everything to be unanimously positive, people to love you, because it's just not going to happen. When I first started my channel, I had a few videos, and I was extremely nervous in front of the camera. You can go back and watch earlier videos. I was looking around, I was giving lots of ums, and I was saying like all the time, and I just didn't know what I was doing. I was just sort of playing around and having fun. And I had a lot of negative comments. I was called all kinds of names. I learned new 4-letter words, and it's something that I had to deal with, and it was hard. There's been a lot of times that I wanted to quit YouTube. A lot of times when I thought about shutting down my channel, I even had my mouse on the delete button many times thinking about it. But at the end of the day, I just couldn't do it. And now I've got a much thicker skin to deal with a lot of this negativity. It's going to happen, guys. It's just a reality of the internet and YouTube. You're going to get negative comments. And it hurts. I'd be lying if I said it didn't sting a little bit every time you read something. But you have to try to let it bounce off of you. Take at some of the positive comments that you get. Even if it's one positive comment and a sea of negativity, that's one person that liked what you do. And if that's one person that commented, odds are there are many more that liked your videos. I think more people comment with negative things than positive. So if you sort of do that ratio, one positive comment means more to me than a slew of negative ones. So the moral here is that you have to ignore them, and it's hard to ignore them. There are a lot of, it stings and a lot of different approaches you can take to ignore them. Me personally, I oftentimes try to engage in the negative comments. If they're not sort of violent or awful, just sort of a negative feedback, I'll oftentimes email that user, I appreciate what you said, what do you recommend, what do you think I did wrong? And oftentimes it really helps, and I found people that appreciate, being heard. You take the other approach are guys like Al DeBlasi, who have their sort of haters call into their live show and sort of grill them live on the air. That's another approach you can have. You can start a dialogue with these haters and see why it is that they're hating on you. So there are a lot of tools at your disposal, and probably the biggest one again is just hit the block button and try and go on with your day. I know it's hard, I know it's difficult, but something that really is necessary if you want to grow your YouTube channel and your audience. You have to have a very thick skin to be on YouTube, whether you're doing tech reviews or celebrity blogging or vlogging or anything. You're just gonna have a lot of negativity. Again, it's sort of the reality of what you do, but it's something that you want, and you have a passion for being on video, and you have a passion for what you're talking about. You're gonna have to deal with it. It's a reality in any job or any business. You have to take some licks, and you have to sort of work your way up, and this is just part of it. Think of it as your YouTube internship. You're dealing with a boss who likes to yell at you. That's what I looked at it a lot. I had a boss that was angry, and I just had to deal with it. You can't say anything unless you want to get fired. So guys, I hope you found this video helpful. It's more of a stream of consciousness, just talking to you guys almost one-on-one about how I dealt with the haters and sort of what I do now. I know you guys have a ton of problems with this. I know you guys get negative comments like every channel does on YouTube. So if I can help, please let me know, and I hope this video you guys found useful. And if you have more advice for how to deal with the hate and negative comments, leave it down below, and I will put links to the previous advice videos down in the what have you, or linked on to Techno Buffalo. So anyway guys, I am John Rettinger from Techno Buffalo, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.